Hello, my name is Gideon Frederick, and today me and my friend we have something to say to the outside world about the city and the country, the difference between both of them. So, the city life brings sinful characters into your life, and by dwelling with those sinful characters, you become just like them. By associating with them, you have their same character. So, God does not want us to be in the city. In the Bible, He repeats many times to move to the country, to be safe from the other things that are outside, to take you and distract you away from His Word. In the Bible, there are many different ways God talks to you. So He wants you to go to the country so that you could have a better way and a better connection with them inside the country.
Hello everyone, I'm Kaden Lansico and I am here to talk to you about the country. So, if you're in the city, as he said, you'll be with sinful characters. In the country, you'll be with your family and friends. You're gonna learn more about God, and you get to learn more about God's second book as well, nature, all around us, nature. But in the city, you can't learn about that. Only thing you can really see in the city is a rat or a pigeon, and that's not much of God's nature. Out in the country, you can see millions of different things, such as trees, deers, horses,
and
ticks.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of ticks, dragonflies, and dogs and coyotes. They may seem scary, but they're really nice. They do more good than harm. So if you read God's second book as well, nature, you become more in tune with Him. So moving into the country has many, many advantages. And God wants you to move into the country, not the city, where the devil is trying to tempt your mind into all sorts of sinful ways. So this is why you must move to the country, to reestablish your connection with God, strengthen it, and read God's second book.
All the time I've been here for a couple of days, I've realized that I haven't been on the phone or the technology. There's no need for that. All you can do is just talk, play outside with your friends and family. I've found it a better way when I go to my journal to write. It's easier for me to be clear of mind, so I can write easier on my paper.
So in the country, you will learn about sustainable living, having a garden, and planting, where you don't really learn to do that in the city. You may go to a class or something where you learn about plants or learn how to plant a tomato plant. But in the country, you have to plant that on mass scale so you can actually feed yourself. Sustainable living doesn't mean Walmart or Kmart. You have to grow your own food and stock up like Joseph did with the Egyptians. For 7 years, there was plentiful grains and all sorts of foods. He stored that in one big container. In the 7 years of famine, they had so much food. That's what you have to do in the country. People are trying to do that with Walmart, but it's not gonna work. Eventually, there will be no Walmart. Grow your own garden, your farm, and that's basically what you have to do.
the cities, you get bad air flows through there. There's no nature for the air to cleanse out. Coronaviruses spreading through the air and many different places. So in the city, you will get all these bad airs and it would not be able to clear. But when you're inside the country, you have lots of trees and lots of different plants to clear the air from all this coronavirus, which is making people die, which is real sad.
So, the reason New York has the highest cases and fatalities is because everyone is living on top of each other, right next to each other. There's no trees. The trees that God gave us to give us wonderful, wonderful oxygen. There is none of that in New York. It's all filtered and AC. There's none of that. So in New York, they're all breathing the same air, and it's going over and over and over, and that air has many, many germs, such as coronavirus. That's why you cannot live in the city. You have to live in the country where there's fresh air, such as here.
Moving to the country is the best benefit for people right now. Right now it's real empty, so you could drive through and you could look for places. So I'm encouraging you today to move to the country. It will be a helpful benefit towards your life.
Never move to the country by yourself. You have to get family and friends. You have to get lots of people. You have to bring your whole family, lots of your family, your friends. Because with sustainable living, you have to have a lot of manpower. So that's what I encourage y'all to do. Thank you for watching. Bye.